I'm back. Rudrance for our Black and White Network. Well, I like to do these EV videos from time to time, talking about changes made in the industry because, well, I'm in Texas. I care about the oil and gas industry. It's the lifeblood of many, many of the people that live around me in my area. A massive population of people that work in the oil gas industry, oil refineries, oil wells, gas, everything, stretching from where I'm at all the way down through South Texas, basically Texas in general. And also, I'm fascinated by the fact that Democrats believe this is a transition we're ready for as a country, and I just don't believe that to be the case. You're seeing struggles in California where they're, trying to handle the power grid, but yet they want people to use EVs. They don't have enough charging stations. Cars are lined up for miles in some cases to recharge. You got things like the Hummer, the EV Hummer that can, without a special adapter, take like 4 days to recharge. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't seem practical. It doesn't seem like you can go far enough with these cars. And I don't want to see so many people just lose their ability to make an income from the oil and gas industry. It's very concerning to me. Maybe because my dad was in that industry almost his entire life. So, very interesting comments coming from the president of Toyota. And he's saying what I believe a lot of people really feel. It's not okay to have this as a single option. It's probably not going to work. And he talks about the demand and or really and truly lack of demand. People don't want to go to EVs right now. So I found this fascinating. This is the Blaze. Toyota president says auto industry silent majority wonders if EVs are really okay to have as a single option. While electric vehicles may seem to be all the rage in the automotive space, Toyota Motor Corporation president Akio Toyoda, is pumping the brakes on the idea of an all-in approach. Quote, people involved in the auto industry are largely a silent majority. He goes on to tell reporters, during a trip to Thailand, according to the Wall Street Journal, that silent majority was wondering whether EVs are really okay to have as a single option. But they think it's a trend, so they can't speak out loudly because the right answer is unclear. We shouldn't have limits to ourselves as just one option, he said, according to the outlet. During the prior few years, he said, he has attempted to communicate this idea to stakeholders in the automotive space, including government figures. But he indicated that his efforts had been tiring at points. Quote, is there an interest in electric vehicles? Yes. Is it more than 10 to 15% of the customer base? I found this very interesting. No way. So think about that. Out of every 100 people that are interested in a vehicle, only 10 to 15 are interested in an EV. Okay? And that's not what the government wants you to believe or would lead you to believe. The demand is not there. I mean, look, I think it's okay. If you want to own one, that's fine. But generally speaking, the people I know that do own one, they mainly do own gas vehicles, and they've got like one EV. Ryan Grillmore, a dealer based in Illinois who owns a number of brand franchises, said according to the outlet. According to the Journal, Toyota, is it Toyota, that is literally his name. Okay. Said that other options like hydrogen-powered vehicles were starting to receive a better reception from government leaders, media figures, and people in the vehicle industry. The left has been fanatically pushing EVs as it peddles climate change alarmism. But electrical vehicles remain impractical in many cases. For instance, they require a significant time to recharge, which could be an inconvenience when recharging in the middle of a long trip. I think it's a nightmare. I truly do. They are also less affordable to purchase than traditional gas-powered vehicles. And, you know, the dirty little secret is the cost of replacing batteries if you were to need one. In a lot of cases, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. All right? That's not practical. And some people have jumped out there. They're like, oh, wow, I found this EV on a great deal. But then they found out that they had to go purchase batteries, and it turned into a nightmare. It wasn't even close to a good deal anymore, right? There's also issues I know involving safety, things like firefighters trying to put out these battery fires where they think they got them out. Next thing you know, the battery has restarted the fire. Yeah, hours later in some cases. And then there's issues with just length of time it takes to recharge. And that's a great example. My prime example is, what happens if you need to jump up, go on a trip? There's been a couple of times in my life where we've lived in all kinds of places because my dad worked oil field, including Wyoming. And I remember literally him showing up one day at home in Wyoming saying, okay, a family member has passed away unexpectedly. We have to get up and drive to Missouri. Okay? What happens if you only have a half charge or whatever of your EV? I think about situations like that where, yeah, you're looking to get up and walk right out the door right then. You don't have time to wait 5 hours for a car to recharge. It just doesn't seem like people have truly thought it through. And, people want convenience. They do, whether they want to admit it or not. In fact, largely as a society, we have become spoiled to convenience. So now all of a sudden we want to be inconvenienced by our cars. I don't buy that. I don't. All right. And I also don't believe that our climate is in so much peril as they tend to claim either. This guy's just coming out and saying it. The president of Toyota just coming out and saying it. The great silent majority doesn't know if this is practical and that this is going to work, and that it certainly shouldn't be the only option. Then you have somebody that owns franchises that tells you out of every 100 people that are interested in purchasing a vehicle, out of every 100, only 10 to 15 want an EV. That's not very much. It's not. It's nowhere close to even middle of the road. You know. Tell me what you think. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace. We're out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.